The gradual disappearance from the American scene of the little red schoolhouses also meant the disappearance of the old-time social institution of the box and pie socials. Everyone familiar with those functions regret their passing as much as they do the schools in which they flourished. Reminiscing on this once highly popular type of entertainment, John Grimm, circulation manager of the Republican, recalled many highly interesting facets of this phase of rural life in this immediate region. To the young people not familiar with this American custom, Mr. Grimm recalls, a box and pie social was an event that was always long remembered by those who attended. Girls of the schools, as well as many of the mothers, would prepare a box filled with their finest samples of the culinary arts. The boxes were ornately decorated and then brought to the school and auctioned off to the highest bidder, among the boys, of course, with the buyer having the privilege of eating with the girl. There were no identifications permitted on the exterior of the boxes, which added greatly to the gaiety of such an event. Often this resulted in such amusing situations as a gay young blade winding up eating with a 7 or 8-year-old tot when he thought for sure he was bidding for the pleasure of the company of an attractive teenager. At the other end of the scale, it was common to see a gentle, elderly grandmother sharing her carefully prepared lunch with a disappointed teenage boy who was certain, but not quite certain enough, that he was bidding for the lunch prepared by his best girl. Such disappointments, Mr. Grimm recalls, were always taken in good grace, even though they subjected the loser to lots of good-natured kidding, or joshing as it was called in those days. In that respect, the box socials also served a double function in helping get backward or shy youths over their hypersensitiveness with which many were afflicted.
Part and parcel of the box socials were the cakewalks. Many of the mothers of pupils who did not participate in the box auction baked cakes on which 10-cent chances were sold to various couples. The blindfolded auctioneer, leaning on a broom in the center of the marching circle, would drop the broom, and the couple that was immediately behind the broom handle would win the cake. Recalling additional details of the happy evenings when the word had gone around a rural neighborhood that a box social was to be held at the schoolhouse, Mr. Grimm described the glow from the old-fashioned oil lamps, the lively banter, and good-natured humor which prevailed. They were truly enjoyable events, he said. The humor which they engendered was pleasant, and the sociability was genuine. Besides being the means of breaking the dreary monotony of the long winter nights, the box socials also served a very useful purpose in that they helped to raise funds for schools, churches, and other rural organizations. Professional auctioneers generally deemed it a pleasure, Mr. Grimm remembers, to be asked to donate their services for such an occasion. But now, the box socials, like the little one-room schools at which they were held, seem to be gone forever. But their memory and the pleasant times they provided will live on and on by all those who had the privilege of being a part of them.